It is a Monday, the 17th day of February 2025. Thank you very much for making a date with us here on the Uganda Catholic Television. I am Sunday Gloria Aboj with Uctv News. The Forum for Democratic Change Party has raised serious concerns over the abating health of its founding president. Dr. Kizza Besigye is currently imprisoned on charges of illegal possession of firearms. Speaking at the party headquarters in Najjanankumbi, Wali Bwalubega Mulindwa, Deputy Secretary for Publicity, Documentation and Publications, linked Besigye's condition to that of the late Muhammad Sejirinya, warning of potential consequences if urgent action is not taken. FDC is demanding his immediate release to allow him access specialized medical care.
We are aware that Dr. Besigye was yesterday taken to a medical facility at Bugolobi Village Mall for urgent treatment under a very heavy security deployment. He was unable to move and was taken to the facility in a wheelchair. Additionally, based on reports and disturbing visual from his recent court appearance, it is evident that Dr. Besigye is quite physically sick and suffering from health issues that have significantly deteriorated over time, signaling an urgent need for specialized medical intervention from healthcare team and facility of his choice. It should be noted that Dr. Besigye was arrested in Nairobi 2024 while he was in a good shape. According to the Ugandan Constitution, Article 8, subsection A, clause 1, healthcare is a human right that everyone should access without limitation of any kind. We believe as FDC that Dr. Besigye is entitled to the highest standard of health care available both in Uganda and abroad, depending on his personal and family choices and affordability, factoring in the risk around his life as a political figure and leader. This care must be provided without discrimination. Given Dr. Kizza Besigye's critical condition, as observed in his inability to control motor functions and failed state of affairs, we as FDC urgently demand for his immediate release as per the Supreme Court judgment, which outlawed military court-martial from trying civilians. Despite this landmark ruling, Colonel Besigye remains in detention, sparking concerns about government's blatant disregard of the rule of law. So we in FDC, we strongly condemn this continued incarceration of Colonel Besigye. We believe Dr. Besigye's release from Luzira will enable him to access specialized medical care and with nutritional support, which we think Luzira Prison and the auxiliary Bugolobi Clinic, where he was admitted yesterday, may not be feasible to provide the urgent medical attention he deserves given the magnitude of the health concerns of Dr. Besigye. It is imperative that he receives the necessary medical evaluation and care from a team of independent specialists of his family choice, which will inform the specialized care service that his condition necessitates to prevent further deterioration of his health, which could potentially lead to irreversible consequences. The recent passing of the Honorable Muhammad Sejirinya, the former Member of Parliament for Kawempe Division North, due to delayed medical intervention, serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of government's actions. The concern now is whether the NRM government is willing to risk a similar outcome with Dr. Kizza Besigye, who has been detained despite his poor health. The government handling of his case raises questions about their commitment to upholding human rights as well as criminal justice system, which has been weaponized to harass we in the political opposition. Finally, the FDC calls upon the right-thinking Ugandans, the opposition, the members of the Fourth Estate, human rights and civic activists to rise up and be counted in this justified pursuit of fighting for freedom and justice, as well as raising concerns about Dr. Kizza Besigye's safety and well-being. Indeed, this is a struggle for democracy, liberty, and human rights, which is incumbent upon all peace-loving Ugandans to participate in. So the FDC is making a clarion call to all peace-loving Ugandans to join this case, to join efforts to pursue government in granting liberty to Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Now, the National Unity Platform Party President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, alongside other opposition leaders, have visited Luzira prison this morning, calling for the release of all political prisoners, including retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye. Kyagulanyi requested to meet Dr. Besigye, but authorities denied his request, citing Besigye's deteriorating health condition. However, Besigye sent a message urging Kyagulanyi not to focus solely on his release, but to advocate for all political detainees. Kyagulanyi has since called on Ugandans to unite in demanding freedom for all political prisoners.
What I want to emphasize is that government, President Museveni, the CDF and their team stand cautioned that they are playing with a powder cage. This continued mismanagement, specifically of Dr. Besigye's life, could easily plunge this country into a very chaotic situation beyond their ability, their presumed ability to manage. And therefore, for the good of this country, not just for the sake of those of us in the opposition, for the entire good of everybody, including the oppressors themselves, they need to get Dr. Besigye out of this place alive, not as a dead body.
Actually, today has worried us a lot more because previously when we came to see Dr. Kizza Besigye, we were able to see him. But the fact that today we were not able to see him because he could not leave his bed to come, he's too frail to move, it's even more worrying, and it should worry all of us. I want to appreciate colleagues in Parliament because we have raised this matter severally. But we want to see a lot more that we can do. So tomorrow we are going to meet as the opposition caucus, joint opposition caucus. All opposition political parties are members of Parliament in Parliament. We are going to meet tomorrow morning to discuss this issue further, because each time we raise it, government tells us, okay, we are bringing a response, the speaker says the matter is in court and so on, but we think that this situation cannot continue to happen this way, especially now because we don't know the state in which Dr. Kizza Besigye is, now that he cannot even get out of bed to come and see visitors. It's a very worrisome state of affairs. We'll do all that we have got to do as leaders, but we are calling upon the people of Uganda, let all of us play our part. Sometimes I see people, you know, whether it be on social media, some saying, so-and-so you're not doing enough, so-and-so you're not doing enough. All of us have got a part to play. Don't expect somebody to play a part for you. For you, what are you doing about this situation? About Dr. Kizza Besigye, NUP political prisoners, and all of us, by the way. This is not just a question of Dr. KB and NUP. All of us, you know, we are next if we do nothing about it. So let everybody play their part.
Size ensonga ya lop jayogeddeko. To all of you Ugandans, don't leave this to politicians. This man is actually dying. Dr. Besigye is in a terrible state. He cannot leave his bed. Haja Obeid Lutale told us he collapsed this morning when they were trying to carry him out of bed. So he's in a terrible state. He's dying. You saw how Sejinya died. We will not forgive ourselves as Ugandans if Besigye dies when we've not put enough pressure. So don't leave this to politicians. You've heard Museveni's son saying Besigye will either leave prison in a coffin or after kneeling down to Museveni. So this is upon all of us to save Besigye. You've saved me before. We can save Besigye and all these other political prisoners. So take charge, rise up, all of you. Bana Uganda banafe mwena mwena. Besigye bali mumutira mukomera. Mwabiwulidde mwakiraba mutabani wa Museveni agamba Besigye ajja kuva mukomera ngali mu kesi y'abafu obanga amaze okufukamirira Museveni. So kiri erimwe temubirekera ba politician bokaboko babakulembeze. Naawe gy'oli osobola okukola ky'osobola. Gwengo omuntu oba mu small groups zammwe abali mu Uganda n'abali ebweru. Put pressure to save this man and save other political prisoners. Tukikole fena fena tusobola okikola. Don't just point fingers at each other. Do something to save him.
Dr. Besigye ne banne abali mu komera abaleetebwa wano kuva mu koti y'amagye nga bwe bali wano bumenyi bw'amateeka. Kituluma nnyo okulaba nti gavumenti ya Uganda ekozesa obumenyi bw'amateeka okusiba abantu. Tetusobodde okulaba Dr. Besigye lwakubanga ali wiiki tasobola kulaba muntu. Mu buntu obulamu Dr. Besigye teyali badde mu komera. Yali badde ng'ali mu ddwaliro ng'alaba abasawo. Era ne ali ne wano iligale ali wano mu bumenyi bw'amateeka kubanga kooti y'amagye eyamusindika wano mu komera yakikola mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Ekintu kyonna ekikoleddwa mu bumenyi bw'amateeka kiba kimenya amateeka, so si kirungi okugobererwa. Simanyi lwaki Dr. Besigye akyali wano mu komera. So kiri ku gwe nanze okulaba ntukozesa obuyinza bwonna bwe tulina okulwanirira eddembe ly'abana Uganda kubanga bakikoze ku Besigye olwaleero enja ajja kubanze oba gwe nga bwe President akyogedde.
And now, the Fisheries Protection Unit has destroyed illegal fishing gear valued at 5.6 billion Uganda shillings in Paimur Town Council, Pakwach District, as part of the ongoing efforts to combat illegal fishing practices and protect Uganda's fisheries resources. According to Major Frank Kanzira, FPU Operations Officer, the destroyed items including illegal nets, boats, engines and other fishing equipment that were confiscated from fishermen found engaging in illegal fishing activities such as using undersized nets and fishing in restricted areas.
The Fisheries Protection Unit FPU over the weekend destroyed illegal fishing gear worth 5.6 billion shillings in Panyimutan Council, Pakwach District. This operation is part of the FPU's efforts to combat illegal fishing practices and protect Uganda's fisheries resources. Among the destroyed fishing gear included illegal nets, boats, engines, and other fishing equipment. According to Major Frank Kanzira, Operations Officer FPU, these items were seized from fishermen who were found to be engaging in illegal fishing activities such as using undersized nets and fishing in restricted areas.
Witnessed the disposing of illegal fishing gear impounded by FPU officers for the period of 3 months ago. We do this to demonstrate the transparency, and after acquiring a court order, that's why we do this to dispose of these illegal gears. Our message to fishermen is to resist from illegal or from using these prohibited fishing gear, prohibited nets, the monofilament, the cocotas, beach seine. Those ones are not allowed within the law. They are not in the law, they are not allowed. So they should use the good nets, good fishing gears or methods, so that they shouldn't lose their money. These items we have disposed of today are worth billions of shillings, over 5 billion. So therefore, we appeal the fishermen, local leaders, continue to sensitize these fishermen and resist all transit from using bad fishing gear.
Lieutenant Stephen Nayebare, Sector Commander FPU Pakwach District, said the operation aimed to deter illegal fishing practices on lakes and rivers.
Got good yields of fish, a good catch now. At least sizable fish now are being fished. Since this operation has started, I really call upon to improve more so that we have better yields.
However, Lieutenant Louden Difula, Public Relations Officer FPU, urged fishing communities to protect fish stocks and the environment for future generations.
Today we are here in Paranyamuru to witness the disposal of illegal fishing nets. These are nets called monofilament, most especially. Our fishing communities are using here in Paranyamuru, in Pakwach area. The monofilament, it's a deadly net. It can take 100 or 200 yards. So our fishing community, usually, we told them they should resist or avoid to use this fishing net.
Meanwhile, Robert Okumu, Chairman NRM Pakwach District and one of the fishermen, urged the government to provide alternative ways to support the fishing community whose economic activities have been hindered by the operations.
The community almost 5 billion shillings, and this 5 billion shillings is a great loss to the community of Pakwach District and Paranyamuru at large. So we are appealing to our leaders and our community at least to transform and change. Let's cause a change by buying the legal fishing gears. Slowly by slowly we shall get used to. Let's not only think of quick money.
So I'm very pleased for this activity of today because I believe this is government support, and I also appreciate the work of the FPU in connection with the local leaders because they have done a great job.
As the government is promoting sustainable fishing practices, more effort is needed to support the livelihoods of legitimate fishermen. The destruction of the illegal fishing gears is a significant step towards protecting Uganda's fisheries resources and promoting sustainable fishing practices in the country.
Thank you for watching Uctv News. We are going to take a break and we'll be back with more stories.
UCTV, good news for all. Radio Patches, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at Fogod in Gulu, and online at www.radiopatches.org or download the Radio Patches app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Patches, peace of Christ for all.
Welcome back. You're watching UCTV News as we continue with the local stories. The Uganda People's Defense Forces has spoken out against the viral video clips showing the NUP president and his supporters mimicking military protocols during his recent birthday celebrations. Speaking at the launch of the CDF Inner Forces drill inaugural competitions in Bombo, UPDF Director of Public Information, Acting Major General Felix Kulaije, warned that the army is aware of NUP's actions and will soon take lawful action against individuals involved in the unauthorized impersonation of military personnel.
While celebrating his 43rd birthday at the National Unity Platform Party headquarters in Kavule last week, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, the party president, was seen in several video clips inspecting a parade of his supporters, known as foot soldiers, who were adorned in red overalls and red berets, as well as posturing as military parades. Whereas the footage sparked mixed reactions amongst the public, the Uganda People's Defence Force has since been silent about the action until Saturday, when their Director of Public Information, Acting Major General Felix Kulaije, confessed that they know about the developments.
So when you say bad croaking like a duck, walking like a duck, what is it? Now when you say we have been trying civilians in the court martial, are those civilians actually?
Should we say they created an army?
I should not me to ask. You should ask them. I have asked you, sorry. I have asked you, when a bird croaks like a duck, walks like a duck, what is it?
It's upon this ground that he warned NUP supporters to stop behaving like soldiers, or else they will face the wrath of the military court-martial.
The message is very clear. If you don't want to be tried by the general court-martial, don't behave like a soldier. You behave like a soldier, you qualify yourself. Why are you concerned now? All along we have been telling you, you took us to be against them. Now you are worried because you have seen military drills being done. Why are you worried?
Kulaije says this on the sidelines of the launch of the CDF Interforces Drill Inaugural competitions, where 15 UPDF formations have registered to compete in drill demonstrations, which include the sword drill, crop stick, cane stick, foot drill, and band demonstration. According to the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces, Lieutenant General Samuel Okiding, whereas they appreciate the prevailing peace and stability across the country, drill demonstrations are intended to refresh and re-equip soldiers with military skills, as well as keeping them active in anticipation of any potential security eventualities.
Team spirit, building teams, and also being team players. And it enhances the alertness of our troops. Commanding troops during peacetime is always a difficult aspect.
Peacetime is when you prepare for war. But preparation for war does not mean military training alone. It means also drills to keep the individual soldier fit, to keep the soldiers collectively fit.
The final competitions of these inaugural demonstrations are set to be held on 12th of May 2025 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds, upon which the victorious formation will be crowned and awarded accordingly. Joseph Kabale, Uctv News.
The Directorate of Traffic and Boat Safety has introduced new traffic policies as part of an intensified crackdown on unlicensed motorists. Speaking during a media engagement at Naguru Police Headquarters this morning, Traffic Police spokesperson Michael Kananura warned that authorities will not hesitate to jail any motorist found driving without a valid driver's license. The crackdown aims to enhance road safety and enforce compliance with traffic regulations across the country.
In the past week, over 850 motorists, who included reckless drivers, overspeeding culprits, drivers without or with the expired driving licenses, were arrested and issued express penalty tickets by the traffic police across the country. This decisive operation was informed by the increasing number of road fatalities due to overspeeding, reckless driving, and overtaking, which collectively contributed to 54% of the fatalities within the past week.
Reckless driving, which included unsafe overtaking and speeding, and this significantly contributed to these road crashes. And those alone contributed to 54%.
This has prompted the Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety to review and adjust traffic policies, particularly for overspeeding, which can emphasize they shall unveil only after briefing their officers and preparing their EPS ticket machines for enforcement.
There are some changes in regulations. Some new regulations have come up, others have been changed a bit. But as traffic, we are also still preparing. So probably next Monday, I should be able to come here and tell you about all those new changes as we are also preparing, because I want us, when I come here to talk about them, when we are also ready out there to enforce them. Most of them are on speed.
It's upon this ground that he issued a stern warning against motorists without or with expired driving licenses not to dare get on the road, emphasizing that they will not hesitate jailing whoever shall fall victim of their forthcoming crackdown operations.
Be informed that if you are got without a permit at all, for you, we do not have a ticket for you. You have to go to court. So all those people were taken to court. I am here to warn you. For all those driving on roads without licenses, those whose licenses are expired, you must not step onto the road. Our operations are going to be intensified on those areas.
On the other hand, police has embarked on a manhunt for a number of youths from Parandra Cell in the town council in Madiokoro district who attacked Ogruk Cell in the same district, setting over 300 houses ablaze as they accused residents of the responsibility for the assault that resulted in the death of their own and injured many of others during the previous night's marriage introduction ceremony.
A group of youth from Parandra Cell attacked this cell where the marriage ceremony had taken place. Now, in the process, they burnt 300 houses, 300. So as police, we take this very, very seriously. This is an act of lawlessness on a mass scale, and we feel such individuals, yes, on top of being sensitized, they also need to be brought before courts of law. And we are taking them on very seriously, although several of them have escaped and run away. Actually, a big chunk of the population there is on the run.
Consequently, Chituma urged local leaders at the community levels to sensitize members of the public to desist from participating in mob justice. Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.
And to take a look at what is happening around the business news, traders in Kampala and Kasita have expressed their frustration with the Federation of Uganda Traders Association, FUTA, led by John Kabanda, accusing it of interfering in market affairs. Now, their discontent arises from FUTA's planned traders meeting at the new taxi park, expected to be attended by Minister for Kampala, Hajat Minsa Kabanda, despite traders claiming they were not consulted. During a separate meeting in Kampala, the traders dismissed John Kabanda's leadership, arguing that he lacks the capability to address their concerns and accusing him of acting out of self-interest.
Interpretation yebadde tulemesezza ng'abantu beerimbise mu nsonga z'obutale bwe twagala baziveemu okutandika n'olwaleero essaawa eno. Abakeedi wakeedi n'owakatale wakatale. Amateeka agatufuga ga njawulo. Akatale Market Act ne KCC Ordinance. Abakeedi Trade License Trade Licensing Act n'amateeka amalala. Tubuuza owakedi futazana leero ojjawa mandate n'okwagala okujja okweyingiza mu nsonga z'obutale gy'otasuubuliranga. Interest wagijeewa obwaddiikula bwo busseeyo mu akedi. Waffe abakedi ng'obagambye mu ifurizi tobabuuliranga, ifurizi wagikomyawa. Wagamba abakedi banyigirizibwa mu butale, banyigirizibwa basasulira renti mu dola, abachina bakola emirimu gyabwe, ensonga ezo wazikomyawa. Bw'oba tonnatumbulira nsonga ezo wazikomya, ojja otya ate mu b'obutale abeeteeseteese abeegatte otutabangule. Twagala omanye b'okola, twagala n'okumanya sente z'ogaba ozijjawa.
Abajja ne batwesibamu ate nga ne batuuka ne mu gavumenti beefuula nti batutegeerera. Nze njagala mbategeeze Dokita Musuke siri wa maanyi. Amaanyi gange gali mu ki? Mbasuubuzi. Era njagala okubakakasa nti obukulembeze bwammwe gusobolera ddala okuggusa ensonga yammwe. Ffe nga kasiita tugenda kubeera mabega wammwe, ne tusobola kugamba nti tusobola okubategeerera. Era mbasaba tujja kukola kyonna ekisoboka ababeesibako tubakakase nti bannaye abasuubuzi b'obutale bamanye ebizibu byabwe, ate nsanyuse bulungi nga mubijjeeyo bulungi ne mubinnyonnyola. Tugenda naffe kubeegattako tulabe buno obuganye tubuggusa tutya. Naye embeegayiridde nina bweyabula bendatandise okulya nedda andi kakati omusajja ajje biki bye yali aggusizaaku. Sijja kubalimba, kano akantu kantabula. Abakulu abo bannimbalimba nnyo ne baŋŋamba tugende nabo mu State House. Ne batuuka omukulembeze w'Uganda bamugamba tulina akaama kaffe, tuli bubi. Bano abaagala ensonga z'abasuubuzi sooka bagobe.
Asebo ne bannyabo, amannya gange nze John Kabanda, ndi pulezidenti w'ekibiina kye bayita Federation of Uganda Traders Association. The umbrella body egatta ebibiina by'abasuubuzi okwetooloola eggwanga lyonna. Si bagagga bokka wabula abasuubuzi bonna, abaavu n'abagagga. Ffe nga abakulembeze bafuta tetuli bannakigwanyizi, wabula abasuubuzi ab'omu butale basooka kuleeta bbaluwa zaabwe nga beemulugunya. Ezimu ku bbaluwa zenjogerako ziizino. Omwezi gwa 10 mwaka guwedde, endala twazifuna mu Desemba ow'omwaka oguwedde ziizino. Ate ng'omuntu akuwandiikira n'ateekako n'amannya g'abamembazi abakakasa ekyo kyakoze eki kyayogedde, byonna biibino. Abalala baabano ne tubaweereza empapula ne basayininga linnya ku linnya. Zonna zino mpapula ng'abasuubuzi batuwandiikira okuva mu butale obw'enjawulo nga baagala tubayambeko ku bizibu, kubanga this is an umbrella body for traders fraternity. Abasuubuzi mwe twegattira si bagagga bokka wabula n'abaavu, kubanga ffe tuli konkosuwa nti omusuubuzi ava ku leva esooka ya wansi n'alinnya n'agejja n'afuuka omugagga. Pulezidenti Kabanda John mba nakigwanyizi bwe sirwanyirira abantu abo abeetaaga obuyambi. Abantu batuwandiikira era oluvannyuma lw'okutuwandiikira ensonga zaabwe ze zino ze tuli mu kuddamu.
And it's time for Today in History. Sunday Gloria Awards, and I wish you a very good night.